And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to weekend number 8 of the NNSCRA. This is the NNSCRA Oreo Truck Series Division 1 of Season 3. We are preparing for the weekend here at the Great Superspeedway of Talladega in Talladega, Alabama. We are going to be having the Coca-Cola race weekend, which means this is the Coca-Cola 200 version 1. The Division 2 cars will be the Coca-Cola 200 version 2. We are going to have a 41 truck field here today, in which we have two people that we'll be keeping an eye on today, one of which is our current points leader in the truck series, Adam Chambers, rolling off from position number 6, and John Dillon, who took the win in the Oreo Truck Series Division 1 race last week at Infineon. He'll be rolling off from position number 15. So we're going to keep our eyes on both of them. We may have a different winner go to victory lane here today at Talladega, because Talladega, I think I've said this before, seems to play into the favor of the underdog. And so there are a lot of underdogs, I guess you could say, in this field, and we'll see which underdog it may play out to here today, but it doesn't always happen that way, so don't take my word for it. Anyway, we have Matt Nathan. He's on the pole for today's race in the 21. Alongside of him, Devin Wilson. Both of them actually came in with the exact same qualifying speed, and they had to go to the first lap, whose was fastest, and Matt Nathan's was the fastest, so probably the first time we've ever had that happen. Pete Lund and Kyle Smith, they line up in row 2, and here's the starting lineup for the Coca-Cola 200 as we prepare for 19 laps of exciting racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. 19 laps of racing at this high-banked racetrack, and you may have noticed when these cars pulled off pit road, there is a bit of a shadow over in the tri-oval area, which usually that indicates that there's a cooler temperature in the track there, and that may play out as a key thing in this race due to the fact that with the grip, drivers may be able to make moves they might necessarily not be able to make when a track is sunny, and that may give us a good race for the win. You see down here when they get here to the tri-oval, you'll see the shadows starting to loom over the tri-oval area. And this is going to be one interesting race, no doubt about it. There's the shadows as they come down here through the middle of the tri-oval. Matt Nathan going to try and look for his first Truck Series win of the season. Green flag is displayed. We are underway here at Talladega Superspeedway. Well, they're already starting to get 3 wide there. Adam Chambers, the points leader, getting moved up to the high side. Maybe a little strategy, maybe fall to the back, see what happens and make your charge late. Or maybe he just got moved out of the way. It could be one of two things. You're going to go 3 wide here, maybe for the lead. Kyle Smith with drafting help from Lewis Gordon. Ooh, Gordon's going to move Kyle Smith out of the way. Look at this. Look at this big pack of cars. And Kyle Smith is indeed going to go to the front. The new leader is Kyle Smith in the 36. Lewis Gordon moves into second as they are 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Sometimes even 4 wide back there. Look at them spread themselves out here. Wow. What a sight. Down here they come to the start-finish line. And we're going to take a look from our gopher cam at this pack. Quite a sight as these drivers are really racing their hearts out early here at Talladega. All of them want to go to victory lane here. Kyle Smith continues to lead make that John Stewart there in second, but he's going to get challenged now down low. Jake Cole trying to wait for some drafting help. Where is the drafting help? Whoa! Jordan Hester and Pete Lund nearly leaning on each other through there. Oh, and there's a wreck! The big one strikes at Talladega. And I couldn't tell who. It may have been only a 2-3 car incident, because I'm seeing a big pack of cars back there behind this big pack of cars. If we get away with a 2-car incident here at Talladega, I'm going to be speechless. But the caution is out. Kyle Smith leads under caution. Oh, Brandon Bain is in it. And our points leader, Adam Chambers, is involved. Matt Nathan, our pole sitter, is in it as well. Sean Henley's involved as well, and oh my goodness. There's the big story right there. Adam Chambers. Let's see what happened. Well, they attempted to go 5 wide here at Talladega, and there's just really no room for that. You see some contact there between Brian Young and Brandon Bain's going to send him up into the one of Adam Chambers. Chambers goes up, gets the outside retaining wall. Matt Nathan is involved in it. Brandon's going to come up, get some more of the outside retaining wall right there. Jack Richards, what a job he did to miss that wreck. And, Nick Eggleston just got clipped. And straight on into the outside safer barrier goes the 35. Sean Henley actually made his way through that thing. But there's 3 drivers that were doing really well. Pole sitter Matt Nathan, our winner at Daytona, Brandon Bain. We were wondering if maybe he'd get back to his winning ways here at this restricted plate track. And the guy who comes in number 1 in the standings, Adam Chambers, involved, as well as the 35 of Nick Eggleston. And he gets Nick Eggleston again, and that's what caused the internal engine problems underneath the Mopar Dodge. So 2 hits for the 1 car. And we have our first caution of the day, and boy, is it a doozy, involving our pole sitter, our Daytona winner, and our current points leader. So we will prepare to go back under the green flag on lap 7 of 19. Brandon Bain apparently didn't receive that much damage, because he has returned to the racetrack running 38th, but out of the race are the cars of points leader Adam Chambers, Matt Nathan, our pole sitter, and Nick Eggleston. Adam Chambers is going to get credited for 39th position, so that's a real tough break for the guy who came in here as the points leader. And here's the way the lineup as we get ready to go back to green. Kyle Smith is out in front, Ryan Cooper's up to 2nd, Jake Cole is 3rd, Lisa Shears 4th, and Trent Dunham runs 5th. Carter Sinclair is 6th, 7th is Jordan Hester, 8th is Andrew Waltrip, 9th is Jacob Lawler, and 10th is Pichu London. In 11th is Jake Berg, 12th is John Stewart, 13th is Devin Wilson, 14th is John Dillon, our winner last week in the Division 1 race at Infineon. Dylan Poteet runs 15th, James Qualls is 16th, Lewis Gordon is 17th, 18th is Jacob Cook, 19th is Timmy Pacioli, and running in the 20th position is Logan Ryan. So we'll get ready to go over to green flag racing. Kyle Smith out in front. But the question is, just how long is that going to last? Because this racetrack, the lead seems to change all the time. Well, I don't think they'll try getting to 5 wide racing anytime soon after what just happened. Because if it can take out the points leader, it can take out any of these drivers out of the contention of the Coca-Cola 200 version 1 race. And here we go. Kyle Smith's going to get the green flag, and we're back underway here at Talladega. Things a little bit more spread out here as they head through turn number 1. And Kyle Smith seems to kind of get away from everybody, but that may not be a good thing. Jake Cole, Ryan Cooper, Trent Dunham, they'll start to hook up and they'll run down this 36 car in no time, and here they come. Down to the bottom comes Ryan Cooper for the lead. Trent Dunham gonna look like he's gonna be the guy to offer the drafting help coming through this turn. Maybe not though. Jake Cole's gonna try and squeeze in front of Dunham. It does so, and Ryan Cooper will have Jake Cole as his drafting partner here through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, Ryan Cooper, Jake Cole, Trent Dunham, then Jordan Hester, and then Jacob Lawler has now gotten his way into the top 5. So we got 2 Silverados running nose to tail here, down to the stripe. And now they'll start to fan out again when they get into the turn 1 area. Trent Dunham starting to get into the mix here as it's now a 3-truck draft trying to get away from everybody else. Lisa Shears is now up to 4th. Carter Sinclair is now taking 5th place. Seen some new players up at the front, and here comes our defending race winner, John Dillon, up that inside line. He's got Jacob Cook in tow. And new leader now is going to be Jake Cole in the 25 car. Jake Cole, no stranger to Talladega. Season 1 Snickers Cup Series. I believe his first Snickers Cup Series victory came at Talladega Superspeedway. But he's got a challenge down low. It comes in the form of the Geico Toyota Tundra of Lisa Shears. Now they're going to start to go 3 wide for the lead, it looked like, for a moment there. And nope, they're not going to. Look at who's come up on that inside line. John Dillon. looking for his second Truck Series victory in a row, his third of the season. But Lisa Shears continues to lead, and now John Dillon moves to the middle groove. He may try and go to the high side. No, instead he's going to ride in the middle. Now he's going to dive to the inside. He just drove 3 different lanes down that back straightaway. Almost some contact between Jacob Cook and Pichu London, but they keep it together, continue on, and the new leader is our winner last week, John Dillon in the 14. Car braking for pit road. That's the 08 of Jacob Lawler. Pit stops are going to have to be made this race. And so Lawler trying to work some pit strategy here and go down before everybody else does, I think. And look at this. 4 wide. 4 wide for the lead. Oh! And it didn't work! Trent Dunham is involved in a wreck. Jake Cole is in it as well. Oh, Jake Cole is barrel rolling, flipping down the banking on top of Randy Carpenter. Jonathan Morris is in it. Carter Sinclair is in it. Brian Young, Cody Yamas, Jennifer Miller, Jake Berg, Andrew Waltrip, Christian James. Dunham, I know, got squeezed up into the wall. And it goes without saying, the caution is out. Who's going to lead back to the stripe? Looks like it's going to be Logan Ryan in the Napa Toyota. And that is indeed going to be the case as Pichu London tries to make a move, but it's too late. And he'll have to be second under the caution flag. Let's look and see who else was involved in this. There's Lawler. That was a pretty timely pit stop for the 08 car, as he's going to probably maybe inherit the lead if everybody else comes down pit road this next time. But there's Jonathan Morris. He's in it. Jennifer Miller, heavily damaged. Jake Cole was barrel rolling. Somehow he was able to drive away. Carter Sinclair, Ray Wilson also involved in it, along with Cody Yamas, Randy Carpenter. Ryan Cooper, who was up front for a while, is also involved. Brian Young was in it, and Jake Berg and Andrew Waltrip also were involved. Let's see what brought about the second caution of today at Talladega. Okay, here's the contact. Jonathan Morris just gets down into Mark George, and it gets him loose, sends him up the racetrack into Ryan Cooper. Jake Cole flips up onto his side. That's the driver's side of that race car. Ray Wilson, Andrew Waltrip, they're in it. Christian James is going to get a piece of it right here. There's Carter Sinclair involved, and you can just see here from this camera view here, all these drivers just come piling into it. There's Jennifer Miller going up the racetrack, Randy Carpenter, and Andrew Waltrip, Jake Berg, T.O. Bain, Natalie Scott, Barney Ward. They may have gotten a little bit of damage from it. There's the 07 sliding right over our gopher cam. And there's the 25 car of Jake Cole. Look at that car flipping and barrel rolling down the banking of all things. And actually lands on top of the Randy Carpenter machine right there. Boy. Not the way that these drivers wanted to end their race. Some of them may be able to continue, but a lot of them are going to be retiring from the race, no doubt about that. Let's go back to green flag racing, as I believe the big one struck here at Talladega Superspeedway. Well, pit stops were just made, and now this is the way they've come out of pit road as we prepare to go back to green flag racing. In case you're wondering, drivers out included Andrew Waltrip, Randy Carpenter, Jonathan Morris, Jake Cole, Ryan Cooper, Carter Sinclair, and Jennifer Miller. They join Adam Chambers, Matt Nate, and Nick Eggleston back in the garage area. Ray Wilson is 1 lap down, but he has returned to the racetrack. Everybody else made repairs to their race cars, returned to the racetrack, and are still running on the lead lap that were involved in our latest caution. Lisa Shears is out in front. She is the leader. John Stewart is second. Mark George third. Lewis Gordon is fourth, and James Qualls runs in fifth. Sixth place is Dylan Poteet. Seventh is T.O. Bain. Eighth place, Bill Raymond. Brian Young, ninth. And Cody Yamas is in 10th. 11th, well, actually, Yamas is coming down pit road now, looks like. 11th place is going to be Logan Ryan. 12th is Jacob Lawler. 13th, John Dillon. 14th, Jordan Hesder. 15th, Kyle Smith. 16th is Dougie Shears. 17th is Ryan Acosta. 18th is Natalie Scott. 19th is Sean Henley. And 20th place is Christian James. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, the leader right now is Lisa Shears. As Lisa Shears now receives the word the green flag is out, and we are back underway here at Talladega with a total of 6 laps remaining. Make it now 5 as they hit the stripe. Who can win this race, and can it end under the green flag? That's another question we gotta ask ourselves. We've had some pretty nice green flag runs, but 2 cautions in between. 5 laps to go. Who has the best car? Who can make the best move to get them to the checkers first? Cars switching lanes all the way down this back straightaway. Look at them. Going high, low, middle, everywhere is John Stewart. Looks for the lead and gets it off turn 3. Little help from Lewis Gordon and Mark George there on that low line. Here they come. Oh, pit stops are going to be made. Here in the closing stages, James Qualls decides to roll the dice and stay out. Is this wise strategy by James Qualls? Only time will tell. No caution, which means we are still green flag racing. Jacob Lawler is into second. Kyle Smith is now third. Fourth place, I think, was Jordan Hester. But Jordan Hester's now getting freight trained. There were a lot of drivers who came down pit road, a lot of drivers who didn't. There's Sean Henley, there's Jacob Cook. They decided to stay out. Actually, they made pit stops the last time by. The other drivers, I guess, didn't make pit stops. But still, it is James Qualls out in front by quite a margin. Where is Qualls? He's like nowhere to be seen. Oh, big wreck! Oh! Look out, that happened just right in front of James Qualls. There's Jake Berg, Christian Janes. Sean Henley was in that. And James Qualls has damage. He was the leader. Jacob Cook was in it. Trent Dunham was in it. Logan Wilson, I think Jack Richards may have gotten a piece of it as well. And yes, indeed, the caution is out. Whoa! Logan Ryan gets spun around. Somehow he turned it back around. But he's got heavy damage, does the 000. But who is the leader? Jacob Lawler is the new leader under the caution flag. And this race may be over. Lawler may have picked up the win, but let's see what happened. Why are we under the caution flag? See if we can pinpoint where this actually began. They may have been Sean Henley getting into our leader, James Qualls. It was indeed. And then he makes contact with Jacob Cook, and it sends him up into James Qualls. Qualls was the leader at this point, folks. Jack Richards gets involved there. Ryan Acosta is involved. Natalie Scott and Devin Wilson just barely got through. Christian Janes, though, he's going to come into view. He's going to get involved there. Jake Berg is in it. And what happened to Trent Dunham? Right there. Oh, he just gets right into the back of Sean Henley. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Hard impact, and there's the surprise right there. That was James Qualls, who was the leader, who was involved in that wreck. Let's see if we are going to go back to green flag racing. However, I seem to doubt it. I think that this race is going to go to Jacob Lawler under caution, but let's find out. Well, here's Lawler. And as you can see, the white flag is displayed right there for Jacob Lawler. Now, the question everybody's asking is, can Lawler make it around one more lap on fuel? If he cannot, then he would forfeit the win. So we're gonna see if he can make it on fumes. Maybe I don't know what the strategy is or what the fuel consumption is that is still in that race car. But right now he's just trying to milk it for all it's worth. Lawler would win this race if he makes it back to the start-finish line. Kyle Smith would get credited for second. Dougie Shears, after flipping at Infineon, would get third. Jordan Hester fourth, and Barney Ward would come away with fifth. Pichu London would be sixth. Timmy Pacioli seventh. Eighth would be Devin Wilson. Ninth, Brian Young would be 22nd, one lap down. Ninth place would actually be who? Ryan Acosta. 10th would be Cody Yamas. James Stewart 11th. 12th, Lewis Gordon. Mark George 13th. 14th, Bill Raymond. John Dillon would be 15th. Lisa Shears would be 16th. 17th would be T.O. Bain. 18th, Natalie Scott. 19th, Jacob Cook. And 20th, I think, looks like it would go to Jack Richards. But we're still waiting to see if Lawler's going to make it around on fuel. Jacob Lawler took over that ride from Jeff Brakeman when Brakeman was released. And Lawler's trying to pick up his first Truck Series victory. See if he will be able to make it down here. Will he indicate he's coming down pit road? No indication is made. Jacob Lawler is going to be able to pick up his first Truck Series victory of the season and his first career Truck Series victory as well. Quite a run for Jacob Lawler, no doubt about that. Lawler is going to go to victory lane here in the Division 1 of the Oreo Truck Series. He has now clinched himself a spot also in the Oreo Truck Series All-Star race. Congrats to Jacob Lawler as he's going to, under the caution, behind the caution lights, receive the checkered flag, and Jacob Lawler has won the Coca-Cola 200 at Talladega Super Speedway, the Coca-Cola 200 version 1, that is. Let's take a look and see if we have the official results now. Well, not just yet. But this is the way that they finished. We showed you the top 10. John Stewart will get 11th. Now these results are official. Lewis Gordon 12th. Mark George 13th. 14th is Bill Raymond. Last week's winner, John Dillon, comes away with 15th. Lisa Shears 16th. Theo Baines 17th. Natalie Scott 18th. Jacob Cook will get 19th. And Jack Richards will be 20th. Logan Wilson 21st. Those were the drivers that finished on the lead lap. Brian Young, Dylan Poteet, and Ray Wilson all finished one lap down in 22nd through 24th. Then out of the race were the cars of Brandon Bain, James Qualls, Sean Henley, Christian Janes, Jake Berg, Trent Dunham, Logan Ryan, Andrew Waltrip, Ryan D. Carpenter, Jonathan Morris, Jake Cole, Ryan Cooper, Carter Sinclair, Jennifer Miller. Our points leader, Adam Chambers, will finish the day in 39th place. Our pole sitter, Matt Nathan, in 40th. And Nick Eggleston will finish in the 41st position. So Jacob Lawler picks up the victory here at Talladega in the version 1 race of the Oreo Truck Series. Tune in for the version 2 race. The Coca-Cola 200 version 2 will be coming up very soon, in which we will then have the points from this race and the next truck race. Hope you enjoyed today's race. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and comment if you want to keep your ride. You've been watching the NNSCRA Sports Channel Offline Racing.